We had an awesome series between Vibe and XLab. If you guys haven't caught those series, or if you weren't watching yet, you should definitely check out the VODs as soon as we upload them on youtube.com/NASL. I'm not saying that because I want you guys just to click on our site. No, I'm saying that because those were excellent games, very nice back and forth, super action-packed, and craziness.
Yeah, no, really nice stuff on both sides. Between those guys, really nice stuff between Strelok and GanZi. They've been pretty back and forth as well. You chose Strelok to take this series. I picked GanZi. I hate to root against Strelok, so I'm not going to, but I still picked GanZi.
After that game too, Ben, I'm not sure, because GanZi looked really good on dual side. Everything he did made sense. He got scouted straight away. He adapted immediately. I was a little bit disappointed, Ben, in the SCV micro from Strelok against that Marauder, but I have to add there that Strelok is playing from Ukraine on the North American server. That might have something to do with it, I'm not sure.
You complain about lag to me?
Yeah, when someone once said that Koreans have some lag on NA, Strelok just snapped. I've never seen him that mad.
He turned into the Hulk.
If we thought Hazelhoff was mad, we now saw Strelok mad. He just snapped immediately.
Sometimes we say as mad as Hasu. You don't say as mad as Strelok because that is like killing people mad.
No,
it's first-degree murder. Strelok's buried somebody in the snow back behind his house. We'll find him next spring when he thaws out.
Wrapped in internet cables. With a mouse in his hand. Like, wow, Strelok, that's mean. That's cruel, man.
He's like, he said I was lagging.
Like, he said he had lag. I'll show him lag.
He knows he lags now.
I promised I would pick him up after 5, but I had lag in real life. Strelok seems like he's going for the no gas fast expand build. Of course, Strelok is our green Terran in the left bottom side, and Complexity's GanZi is our Korean Terran spawning on the right top side. GanZi opening up with the refinery band, so we might see a Banshee opening against the no gas fast expand build.
We've seen a lot of Banshee builds on Shikoris when players are like top left, top right, and it's good because the Banshee gets there so fast. Cross map is not going to be quite as quick, but there's still the risk of taking damage, and there's all this space behind the mineral line where the Banshee can sneak into.
I think this is an excellent Banshee map in general. There's so much area to float around, and like you can be completely safe around here. You can start harassing the minerals, come in via the north side, and it's so nice to have that sweet spot over here in the left bottom. And then you can also come over here, and the distance from here to here is very big, so you're gonna have to split up your Marines. So in general, I do not mind Terrans at all opening up Banshees in Mirror or Hellben. If I play TVT on this map, I open Banshee.
Strelok does get a nice scout though, sees the early gas, already sees the tech lab, so he's going to have a really good feel for what's coming. His response is to just add barracks. He's going to try to defend with Marines. It's hard to do because you've got to position yourself perfectly, and even then, the Banshee has just a little more range than Marines and can be microed against them. GanZi is a great Korean Terran player, and he has some good control, but we do have to consider that latency, as you've already pointed out.
Both refineries going down for Strelok as well, but not after he put down 2 additional Rexes, so he's going to have plenty of Marines to at least deal with this. GanZi already has a Hellion band, and he's producing a second Hellion, so we might see some Hellion Banshee pressure at the front, and if Strelok won't have a bunker, that's actually going to be very risky.
Yeah, and Strelok is not building one yet.
And he doesn't have any map vision either, man.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
I'm very worried right now, actually, for Strelok.
As am I. Now this SCV is going to go start the bunker right on time, so Hellions may get a chance to poke up the ramp, but I do think Strelok will be mostly okay, at least for now.
Yeah, because I don't think GanZi would go without the Banshee, and by the time the Banshee's there, that bunker is going to be up. So, good news for Strelok that he didn't try to cut that mini corner, but that corner would have had disastrous follow-ups.
Strelok also finishing up his engineering base, so that is his ultimate answer to the Banshee tech. Turrets can be really good at sort of zoning Banshees, making sure that they can't find those crucial openings that they need, but they are static, they can't move.
Wow. Perfect timing by Strelok.
Yeah. Absolutely perfect timing by Strelok. GanZi is expanding behind this. I do like these openings a lot. We see many Korean players using them. Yeah. Aggressive sort of harass opening into expand. It's not all in at all.
No, and the funny thing is, if you catch your opponent off guard, you can straight up win the game right there.
These are there's a reason these builds become common, because they're strong in just about every way. If GanZi does 0 damage, he will of course be behind, but it is almost impossible to do 0 damage with openings like this.
Yep. There's a Missile though here, as you point out, and quite a few Marines here in the main base. Strelok's going to be quite pleased. Ooh, I have to be careful there, GanZi. I'm not sure. Did he pick off an SUV?
Nope. Shot once, didn't kill anything.
And took a lot of damage already, Ben. So good defense so far by Strelok. Impeccable defense.
Yep, seems to have the timings down very well. We can see another turret up in the back of his mineral line in the main base. His Marines are also positioned to prevent the Banshee from flying in.
I kind of like this turret over here, man, because then whenever the Banshees cross, they're going to get a couple of shots. That's really nice.
Strelok's unit's exceptionally well positioned. He knows that there's really only one angle that GanZi can approach from.
GanZi's going to try some elevator play. Well, we have a lot of Marines over here, man. This
but they're a little bit out of position. Strelok actually doesn't see it. He's going to see it. He sees it.
But he knows the Banshee's there, so he's might actually going to have to pull some SCVs.
Yeah,
pick up the Banshee straight away.
Banshee dies very, very quickly, and the Hellions are not that well positioned. Strelok is backing up to that mineral line, so he can pull SCVs if he needs to.
And he definitely needs to right now. He's going to have a Marauder, so he's going to be more than just fine. Going to try to pick up a couple of those Marines. I think GanZi's just going to pick up those units and get away. Pretty good defense still by Strelok, if you ask me. He picked off the Banshee. He lost a few SCVs, but no big deal.
We have a grand total of 3 workers lost, and that is not really enough to put GanZi ahead. He does have 30 SCVs, but Strelok has 33.
Oh, he might just fly into that into that missile turret, man. Let's watch first-person view from GanZi right now. We are following GanZi. Let's take a look. Is he going to look at his medevac?
Yes, he does. Right at the very last second. Good control. Strelok building another turret. It's going to finish in time, but
it also means that these units are absolutely dead.
Yep, stranded. Lonely Island, Kev.
Lonely Island makes some pretty good songs. Oh, the medevac falls.
That is why the missile turret guy is so awesome. He hangs in there to the bitter end. Takes that one last shot.
And now Strelok is moving out to the other side of the map. Strelok has stim already banned. GanZi does not have stim, but he does have a bunker. And I love this ban. He's sending out the SCV right on time. So now he can pull some SCVs and repair the bunker if necessary.
He's going to have to. And here we go. Strelok will scan.
Stuff like this. It's small stuff. It's so good. The SCVs are in production.
But the stim Marine's doing such great damage. The bunker falls. GanZi may. No, I don't think he will hold, Kev.
There's only 4 units left.
Oh, okay, yeah, and the medevac helping out a lot. He's still going to take some damage. I thought I thought all the Marines were dead, but more popped out at the last second. And Strelok does pull further ahead there. 5 workers killed, 7 workers killed.
But I just want to highlight that once more, Ben. That single SCV that GanZi just sends out over here. When he's worried, he's like, hey, I dropped some units in his main base. Why did he only defend with 2 units? Where's the rest? Straight away sends out one single SCV, and he sees his army incoming, gives him the 1 or 2 seconds to react and pull those SCVs and get them there in time. It all looks like nothing, but that's really the difference between the top Korean player and your average slaughter player. It's sick how well GanZi did that. It's so good. It shows excellent game sense. I love it.
Also with excellent game senses is rebuilding that turret that previously went down to the medevac. This is going to make it very hard for GanZi to continue to drop Strelok. He's going to be flying in right at that
worker-wise, Strelok is still in very good shape. He's on 49 SCVs, but against only 36 for GanZi. And GanZi is going to spot that medevac that missed once more. And he's just going to pick it up from the low ground. That's kind of cool.
GanZi really content on, or intent on dropping.
Wow,
There's
I'm
another
surprised that he
double
can
medevac
attack this. It wasn't even really revealed.
Skills, man. Those Marines just shot at a location, and there happened to be a missile turret there.
You know, in Red Alert, whenever you had a tank, you could always just attack move on the round.
Yeah.
I really like that move.
It's good against cloaked.
yeah, exactly.
DT, no problem.
No. I mean, I don't... never mind.
Another drop coming in, and Strelok's natural. This time he is out of position. First time really this game that he's been unprepared for a drop, but reinforcements are there in time to force GanZi to get out of there. Game's still pretty close, but Strelok definitely has a decisive lead, 103 supply to 86. GanZi is doing everything he can to create openings for himself, but Strelok seems ironclad in his defenses.
Yeah, the first defense of Strelok was very good, and that really put him ahead. After that, picking up that missile turret, that was just really, really good. And in general, Strelok's opening is better, but GanZi has the ability to actually do damage. But if you don't deal any damage against the no-gas fast expand build, that opening is just going to give the Terran player a great lead. Strelok right now up to 3 bases already, Ben. GanZi is still stuck to 2 bases. Strelok has 1-1 upgrades on his bio units. If we take a look at GanZi, we see that he's 0-0. +1 is on the way though for GanZi, but he's going to have to make something happen with this push, Ben. It's everything or nothing. If GanZi ends up losing this army, he pretty much loses the game.
Yeah, it is a huge push. He has a 1 tank advantage, but Strelok's already got position. It'll be hard for GanZi to push in on that. Neither
player has Vikings, so Sun Like Watchtower is amazing. Then again, medevacs are kind of safe.
GanZi going to try to make his way around the top half of Strelok's army, perhaps divide and conquer, but it's going to be, Strelok dropping in the main base of GanZi right now, going to get a lot of SCV kills. Strelok's killed a total of 15 SCVs this game. 56 workers for Strelok, 36 for GanZi.
Ooh, small engagement right now. GanZi's going to sim in, picks up a few units over here from Strelok.
Oh, good position for GanZi. It'll be tough for Strelok to attack into this.
Oh, that's beautiful play by GanZi.
And now Strelok is the one taking some heavy damage in his natural. GanZi's going to try to push forward. Here he comes. Tanks doing damage. GanZi probably wants to bring down the units from the natural because it looks like Strelok has a little bit more, and he will clean up these this army. How much damage has GanZi dealt, though? He killed 25 SCVs.
Strelok is still dropping, though, right now in the natural with the remaining Marines that he still has alive. So he's dealing a little bit of economical damage as well. Strelok comes ahead out of this with 15 supply, but more importantly, Strelok still has 3 bases. Oh, the medevac survives. Nice play right there. Strelok is going to have 2 upgrades soon, man, and he has triple orbital against the double orbital of GanZi, and he still has the worker lead.
And GanZi's upgrades, as you've pointed out, just not cutting it for him. He's only got +1 attack. Strelok is just ahead in every possible way. GanZi's done a great job of keeping this game close with all of his aggression.
I'm so surprised that Strelok just dropped like 6 or 7 mules in his natural when he could have all dropped them here, but maybe he's worried he's still going to have to base up temporarily.
Well, he doesn't have any vision is one important thing. GanZi is controlling that Zelnaga tower. Strelok doesn't know if there's an army right there, but he will scare it away and take control of that Zelnaga tower.
Strelok once more dropping in the back of GanZi's base. How perfect GanZi played on dual side. I actually think that Strelok is playing pretty close to perfect now as well. Maybe he was a little bit out of position when GanZi moved around a little bit, but other than that, Strelok is playing a fantastic TVT.
He really is, and he's moving out on the map right now. GanZi a little bit out of position. Strelok could just stim and win, I feel, and he is going to run forward. He's going to catch the tanks and the Marines of GanZi out of position. 1 tank falls, a second tank is down, and eventually GanZi makes it back to his ramp, but he's 40 supply behind. His economy is not what it needs to be, though he is trying to get some drops done.
With a few Marines on either side, but Strelok is just very well prepared against drops in general. Makes it so hard for guns to drop when there are missile turrets everywhere. You have to be so careful with dropping. It takes 4 times the amount of actions that it normally takes. 7
Marines being dropped in 2 different places, 8 Marines rather, being dropped by GanZi, but he just, you know, it's almost impossible to find an opening here as Strelok is not making mistakes. It's so critical here. He's gotten ahead and he has not squandered it. He's done everything right.
And Strelok is going to drop the main base of GanZi once more. GanZi doesn't really have any units in position, and he really can't afford to lose more, man.
Yep, 8 Marines, and GanZi's going to have to pull back units. He's really taking his time in reacting to this. Does not want to leave his natural.
Right now he makes a pretty big stim with a lot of Marines, and he's not even going to be able to pick it off because Strelok gets out of their way ahead of time. Look at Strelok, man. This is like a bunker in disguise.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, we see GanZi dropping the main base of Strelok right now with those 4 Marines, but he's not going to be able to do all that much either. Man, that was the sickest bunker.
Yeah.
I would have built a depot like right here. Like, nothing's going on over here? Or a refinery.
Nothing to see here. But as it stands, Strelok continuing to do everything very well. 180 supply against 130, pushing forward, scanning in the natural of GanZi. He might want to find a final fight. GanZi pushing down his ramp. What are you thinking, GanZi? That's never going to work. And he immediately loses a lot of Marines. GanZi's just going to go for it, and Strelok has way too much upgrades, army, everything in favor of Strelok right now. And GanZi once more will have to back up his ramp.
Yeah, so Strelok is going to get a beautiful container off. Strelok once more dropping in the back of the base of GanZi as well. GanZi's still dropping at that turret of Strelok, but he's just not able to get all that much done. And these upgrades, Ben.
Such great play by Strelok. I'm so impressed by the Ukrainian. A huge win. If he can close it out, it's not over yet, but
it's pretty over, Ben.
It's pretty over, but it's not over. I mean, GanZi still has 100 supply, and
Strelok has better upgrades. He's doubling the army supply. He's just doing everything. He has to contain as well, and the contain is so big. It's going to make it so hard for GanZi. I wouldn't be surprised if GanZi is going to lift up this orbital real soon. He's going to try to land it over here. He's going to have to make something happen, but ooh, this is just something we see oh so often on Shakuras. Once one Terran has a contain off like this, it's so hard to do something about it. Wow, look at the reinforcements coming in. The reinforcements are almost an entire army.
I think Strelok could probably just stim and go. And oh no, we're not going to see that at all. He's going to drop in the main, I think.
Right on that moment, GanZi is actually going to stim in. They're going to pick up a couple of siege tanks, but these Marines of Strelok, man, they are so much stronger than the Marines of GanZi.
Yeah, the upgrade's telling a tale, and as GanZi moves down, Strelok moves up. Big drop in the main base. GanZi does clean up the stuff out front, but now his main is in big trouble. GanZi will try to counter, but it doesn't matter. GG comes out. Strelok with the win. Huge win for the Ukrainian Terran. So proud of him. Makes him 5-2 in the division. GanZi will drop to 5-3.
Yep.
He's done.
GanZi's done for the season.
Next week is his bye week, so that's how he's going to finish. And
5-3 is good.
It's really good. It's exceptional.
Yeah. It's going to put him up to the top 3 or 4 of this division, guaranteed.
Stefano's like 5-3 right now. I mean,
yeah, he lost against Zenio. Walkover against Puma.
Yep. 5-2 then.
Yeah.
4-2.
5-2, I think.
So.
But yeah, no, I mean, really good season from GanZi. Congratulations to him. But unfortunately, big shame for him losing that last the best of 3, because 6-2 is even a lot bigger than 5-3. 5-3 is good. We'll most likely get him into the playoffs. We're going to tell you guys all about that next week with a lot of clear videos so you guys know actually what's going on in the league and what's really happening. But 5-3 is pretty good. Yeah, he's not going to win the division. He's not going to be guaranteed. He's going to have to play playoffs, but...
Yeah, I think he's
like
almost
playoffs to get into the playoffs.
He's almost sure of a wild card placement. Yes. So, really nice play by GanZi. Strelok plays beautifully, and there's a huge win for him. I bet he had a big sigh of relief after that game. That game brought to you by Kingston HyperX. Beautiful TVT, guys. That's our final series of the day. Huck TLO was a walkover because TLO traveling to Germany for the Blizzard World Championship Series, hoping to qualify for that big event that will European finals, and then of course the grand finals. Probably happening. I don't know where they're happening. Somewhere. It's going to be awesome.